Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to go ahead and react to the Doom the Dark Ages trailer. I have watched this trailer, but I want to go through it and talk about it a little bit, just say what I'm thinking and kind of where I wanted them to take their next game. It wasn't exactly where they're taking this one. So I want to get into that, but first let's go ahead and watch the trailer and then I will give my thoughts. Real quick, I will say visually, this is stunningly gorgeous. I love the art style. So I'm glad that they're going with almost like the medieval feel. With Doom, it's kind of weird. I don't exactly know, like, the IP clashes a little bit. I understand that Eternal was kind of going that way, but it still feels weird to have Doom and fantasy in the same genre, so to speak, and not have sci-fi. This is more like pure fantasy levels. So let's go ahead and continue. Now that right there, let's talk about that enemy dismemberment real quick. So I know in Eternal, I actually never finished Eternal. I played quite a bit of it. It's just with the newer Doom games, I get kind of burnt out by the end because I don't really like the way it's you go a little bit and then you go into an arena style section and then you go a little bit and you go into an arena style section. I'm not saying it's a bad gameplay design. It's just that sort of pacing kind of wore on me by the end of the game. So I never actually ended up finishing 2016 or Eternal, even though I would say they're very good games. I would say Doom Eternal is like a 9 out of 10, maybe even closer to a 10. It's about as good as you can get for that type of game. It's just that level design style isn't really my thing. But what I wanted to touch on is in Doom Eternal, you had these weak points where you could shoot off the weak points, and that right there looks like he just blew off the Mancubus's right arm cannon. So maybe they're gonna play around with that a bit more in this one, I'm assuming. So, and then that's a gun that I have to pause and talk about. There is nothing more metal than a gun that crushes a skull and uses the shrapnel of a skull as the projectile. Like, I cannot believe that this is what I'm seeing. Like, whoever thought of that is a genius. It makes no sense practically, but man, is it awesome. I will say I'm liking the focus on melee combat as well. I feel like this one's going to have a lot more interplay between like using your shield to stun enemies and then going in for either a gun attack or another melee attack. And the whole charge thing, I guarantee you there's going to be a whole skill tree of stuff for this. So that's really exciting that they're trying to change it up in different ways other than Doom Eternal. Because the thing about Doom Eternal was they had they did have the push forward combat style kind of, but the way that it made you swap weapons, I feel like this one's not going to have as much weapon swapping. It's going to be more about memorizing attack patterns, learning when to block and use your abilities to stun enemies and get them off guard to go for bigger attacks. At least that's what I'm gathering from this trailer. And I don't know if anybody's played it, but that last section, and this is not going to be a favorable comparison, but I can't help but think of Turok Evolution, the flying levels at the very end there. So this is Doom the Dark Ages. Now, what I wish they would have done, let me go ahead and let it play out. I don't think it shows anything else. It should just show, yeah, there you go, coming 2025. So what I wanted out of id Software was I wanted another Quake instead of Doom. But I feel like, let me go over here to this. I feel like instead of doing, you know, Doom, they're kind of merging the two. It feels almost like a Hexen and a Doom, or a Quake and a Doom mixed into the same thing. It's very weird and almost experimental for id Software in a way, but hey, I think it looks awesome and I can't wait to play it. I just hope that it will live up to Doom Eternal, because Doom Eternal was a very high point for most people. A lot of people will even consider that their favorite Doom game. I'm still pretty much an old school Doom fan. I like Doom 1 and 2 more than the rest, and Doom 64. So for me, I feel like I'm going to feel about like I did towards 2016 and Eternal, where I enjoy it a lot. It's probably going to be a 9 to 10 out of 10. Like, these people, they deliver quality, so there's no question that it's going to be a great game. It's just, will I play through the whole thing and get exhausted by the end because of the pacing? I'm really hoping the levels are more... You can have more open levels, but I just want less of the... It locks you in a room and you fight an arena, and then you go forward and you fight in another arena. I wanted to feel more like a flowing level, kind of like in Doom 2016 you had the Foundry level. I loved that level more than most of the others in that game. So I think it looks really awesome. I think it's going to be great. It's just, I really would have preferred a Quake remake or something in the style of Quake 1, where you have the Lovecraftian enemies like Cthulhu and Cthon and all that. I think it would be awesome if they could somehow bring in Sandy Peterson again for Lovecraftian monster designs and do a whole full-blown Quake reboot with the original Quake aesthetic. But this blending here with Doom is perfectly fine by me. It still looks amazing. So I hope you guys like this trailer. I love the trailer. I am excited for what's coming next year. And if you liked the video, please leave a like and leave a comment. Are you looking forward to Doom the Dark Ages? And what do you think id Software should have done? Are they doing the right thing? And then if you dislike the video, go ahead and dislike it. But leave me a comment. Let me know what I'm doing wrong and what I can improve on. That way I can make better videos for everyone here. And until then, I will see you guys in the next video.